Hello everybody and welcome to another memories video with me, Shock16. That's right, first memories video of 2020. 2020. We're in the future, folks. Yeah, whoever thought we would get here? Not me. 2020 is one of like those dates that you used to, if you're around the same age as me, you used to grow up in like the 90s and stuff like that, and you used to watch films, sci-fi films. They were set in like 2020s, and you used to think, man, that's so far away. Now it's a reality. Here we are. The only thing we haven't got is flying cars and shit in it. But anyway, yeah, because it's 2020, that means it's 20 years ago since the millennium. But I want to take you back to something that we nowadays just take for granted, and that is the internet. Yeah, nowadays it's just an everyday kind of essential thing that you just don't really think about it. It's just, do you know what I mean? It's just there. We have it on our phones, our laptops, we even have our TVs and game consoles and everything. It's just connected to the internet now. And yeah, it's all done wirelessly, it's all broadband, fibre optic cables and shit. Do you know what I mean? You can get instant streaming videos and all this crap. And it's just there. So we just take all this for granted, don't we? So yeah, this video is probably not for younger viewers. Like if you've been born into an era where you've always had computers and internet and stuff like that, then you probably won't really get this as much. Like you won't get how much of a big deal the internet was for folks, like I say, of my generation and older generations. You won't kind of probably understand it as much of how much of a bigger deal it was for us. But yeah, getting the internet for us was so massive. So yeah, I just want to go back and take you back, because like I say, it's been like 20 plus years now since since the internet became more like, I'm not going to say an everyday thing, but more used. So yeah, I'll take you back to the early days of the internet, my memories of the early internet memories, yeah? And as always, if I keep looking over here, it's because I've got me trusty notes, so I don't forget things, even though I probably still will. So yeah, my first foray into interneting, well, my first experience with the internet actually was at school in 1998. So yeah, I left school in the year 1998. I wasn't meant to. I was meant to stay on until 1999. But yeah, I left early at the age of 15. We won't go into why and what happened. That's a story for another video. But yeah, I left school at 15 in 1998. And our school had just started to get the internet by then, because we had it on the computer that was in the library. And I think we just started getting it on the PCs that we had in IT as well, because we had PCs for quite a while in IT, but as far as I'm aware, there was never hooked up to the internet until, like I say, them final years. So it was about 1998, and that's kind of when the internet started taking off. I know some people are going to go, oh, I had the internet this early and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, maybe you did, but not everybody did. Do you know what I mean? I mean, even as late as 1998, like I say, here in the UK, it wasn't, like, not every household had a PC connected to the internet and stuff like that. It just wasn't really a thing. So yeah, 1998, it started to, like, those late 90s, it started to kick off here in the UK. From my personal experience, it did anyway. And yeah, that was my first experience of it, was on the school computer that they had in the library. But my experience of it wasn't great. I just thought it was kind of crap, because it was on like a proper dog shit slow dial-up connection, and it took like, I don't know, whatever break time you had to sit in the library on the computer was probably lost trying to load up 2 websites or something like that. It was absolutely dog shit. So I didn't think much to it. So yeah, my first proper experience though was a year later in 1999. So yeah, my best friend from school at the time, he had a PC connected to the internet, and at the time he was the only person I knew who had the internet. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you don't understand it. It's like, nah, everybody's got the internet. And yeah, but he was the only person I knew who had it, and I can't remember why we was there. I think it was something to do with his birthday. We was having like a weekend. I think we was like having drinks at his house that night because it was his birthday, but then we was going out to celebrate it on the Saturday night. We was going out on time, but then we stayed to the Sunday and we went back out again on the time, and it was like a weekender thing. It was a great weekend. But yeah, because he had the internet, and like I say, it was like all new to me then, because I didn't have my own PC, not even one that just wasn't connected to the internet. I just didn't have any kind of like PC or computer like that. He was showing me like different things you could do on it and stuff like this, and like I say, it was all kind of new and exciting. And so like we was on like chat rooms and stuff like that. Like chat rooms, they're a thing of the past now, aren't they? You would have think that, do you know what I mean? It's weird to think that chat rooms was like the in thing, but I guess nowadays with like social media, Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that, you don't really need it, do you? I mean, do you know what I mean? Don't need chat rooms, and they're a little bit sketchy. They've always been a little bit sketchy. There was back then, and if they're still around now, I imagine somewhere that there's a chat room still open, and there's probably still people that go on them frequently. You know how it is. But yeah, there was always sketchy places, you know, ASL, age, sex, location, female, 18, Nottingham. That probably means you, in reality, it was probably 40, male, India, or something like that. But yeah, many wrong people grooming kids. Harsh realities of chat rooms, like I say, sketchy places. But yeah, mostly used by teenage boys to pick up teenage girls, basically, isn't it? Just to flirt and try and hook up and get, you know what I mean? Yeah, meet up with some women and stuff like that. That's basically what teenage boys used chat rooms for. And I have a few stories again for probably other videos of some people that I have met via internet chat rooms, but like I say, we'll probably go into that in a different video at a different time, maybe. But yeah, so yeah, chat rooms. And he also, so mobile phones back in the day, you remember mobile phones, like, again, it was a new thing back then. Not everybody had mobile phones, but before you could do what we can do now on smartphones, we used to have like, it was all like a monochrome kind of screen, and you used to have like your network provider would have their logo on the screen. So if you had like a Nokia, it would say Nokia on it, and on those Nokia phones as well, you could also change your ringtones and stuff like that. So if you've got like an old computer gaming magazine from back around that era, or any kind of magazine probably, or old newspaper, then you probably see at the back there was like always these adverts for websites and phone numbers that you could call to change your operator logo, so you could change it to a different picture, and you could download, or they would send it to you like a new ringtone and stuff like that. But it'd be like was it monotone? I think they used to call the ringtones, because polyphonic was what we had just before we had MP3. So MP3, obviously you could download a full music track and set it as your ringtone, and then polyphonic was like, was it like 15 seconds of a song or something like that you could set as a ringtone, but it was like real music. But then what become, was it monophonic or something like that? I can't remember what it was called before that, but, and it was basically just the chords of a song like arranged to sound like whatever song it was you downloaded. Yeah, so I can remember that I had I think it was Energy 52, Cafe Del Mar was my ringtone, and do you know the frogs off the Budweiser, the old Budweiser advert? Budweiser. Yeah, I changed my operator logo on that. Well, he did it on his computer because he knew a site where you could do it for free. Because if you phoned the ones or used the ones off the back of the magazines, it was like a total rip-off. It was something like, by the time you've done, could they charge you for the call or whatever, then they charge you for the download and that. So yeah, you're paying about £3 or £4 just to change like a picture, a digitized picture on your thing, on your phone screen. So yeah, there was total rip-offs, but it was the in thing then. It was like the cool thing to do was to change your operator logo, change your ringtones and stuff like that. So yeah, I had that tune. I had Cafe Del Mar as my ringtone, and I had a Budweiser frog on my screen, which everybody used to think was one of those Cyber Pets, one of those Tamagotchi things. They used to think I had one of those on my phone. It was like, no, it's not a game. It's just, it don't do anything. It's just a picture of a frog. It's the Budweiser frog. Anyway, so yeah, that was my first kind of real experience with the internet. Was cheats night. So yeah, cheats for PlayStation, like the old PlayStation 1 cheats and stuff like that. I can actually remember my mate printing me out a walkthrough for Silent Hill because I'd already completed Silent Hill. It's one of my favourite games on the PlayStation. And yeah, but if you don't know the PlayStation, Silent Hill has multiple endings depending on what you do throughout the game. So I got him to print me off a walkthrough, which I never used. But yeah, I can remember it took him ages because he had to like load up each web page, like kind of thing, print it out and stuff like that. Nowadays it'd be like, I don't know, like a 2-second job. But yeah, you printed it all that, and then I don't even think I used it in the end because I don't know what I did with it. But that's that, innit? That's that story for you. So yeah, that was my first experience. And then yeah, the following year, like 2000, the new millennium had started, but back then I was, like I said, I was out of school, but I was at university in 2000. Like between university and a college kind of thing. Yeah. So I was earning money back then, but it was a very shit money. So I didn't have the kind of income to be thinking of getting a PC and stuff like that. I was spending it on other things, probably drink. Do you know what I mean? That's what you do at that age, isn't it? Drink and VHS tapes. But yeah, mainly getting pissed. I didn't do a lot of what I was meant to be going to university to do, but it was good times at university. So yeah, but yeah, that was it really. So I didn't have much, like I say, experience with the internet, but what experience I had, it made me want one, but it wasn't like the main thing on my list. So then come about late 2001, I was going to say 2002, it might have been as late as 2002. But I think it was about 2001 when I got my own PC. So yeah, like I said, never had one before. This was all new, exciting to me. And I can remember going out, I went, because we'd moved house, we had the big move where we moved from our family home to the new house where my parents still live now in the year 2000. And I went into, I live near a place called Alfreton, if you don't know. If you're not from Nottingham or Derbyshire even, then you probably won't know what Alfreton is, but it's like a kind of town centre-ish kind of place. Not a massive town centre, just kind of like a local kind of small town centre-ish where all the shops are and stuff like that. And yeah, we went into Curry's. I went in there with my dad. So yeah, and I just went in there and said I want to buy a PC and everything like this, and because I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know anything about specs, didn't know anything like that. So all I know is so I was just asking this guy, and the guy in like Curry's was showing me different PCs, showing me this one. Oh, we've got this on offer. We've got this one does this, and most of it just going in one ear, coming out the other ear because I didn't understand anything. I've never been like computer literate, is that what it's called? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't get all the jargon and stuff like that. It's just like, you got to put it into layman's terms, especially back then when all this shit was new. So I didn't understand most of what he was saying, but yeah, I saw this PC anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, even though most of this stuff has gone, I managed to find boxes and cases and stuff like that up in my parents' loft, so I managed to get some footage. So I'm going to insert footage when I speak about certain things. So yeah, you've actually got some images. I can actually show you what I had. So yeah, anyway, the PC I end up buying, I bought it on debit as well. I bought it on my debit. This was the first big purchase I ever made using my own money, like, do you know what I mean? Like using my wages and stuff like that. Because by this time as well, I had a better job as well. So that's why I thought I'd invest in a PC. Anyway, so yeah, like I saved up for it and I spent well over £1,000 on this PC. So it was this Packard Bell. Like I say, you can probably see the specs on your screen now of the side of the box and stuff like that. Of what kind of PC it was, but it was like a grey and it had like blue inserts and stuff like that, and it came with, the reasons why I bought it is because obviously it was PC, monitor, keyboard, and it came with a matching printer, HP printer, Packard Bell printer, I can't remember what it is now. It's still in my bedroom. It's still my main printer that I use now after all these years. Doesn't put a foot, well, it hasn't put a foot wrong yet, and it still works magnificently. So I refuse to upgrade it because I keep thinking that I'm gonna get, keep saying that I'm gonna upgrade to like a Wi-Fi one. Do you know what I mean? But why? I don't need to. That one, it's not for what printing I do. So like every now and again, if I have to print out I don't know, a document, or I have to print out some tickets, some entry tickets for somewhere, then, do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I use my printer for, and it does it perfectly. So yeah, now and again I might have to do a photocopy with it. So yeah, it's perfect for that. So yeah, it came with that printer, and the other thing that it came with was a matching, again in the same colours. It was like silver, grey and blue, and I still have it. Again, you might be seeing pictures of it on your screen now because I'm sure I've got some footage of it. And it was my first digital camera. Now again, digital cameras, these was brand new back then. Do you know what I mean? So to get one free with a PC, this is probably why it cost me so much thinking about it. Because like I say, I spent well over £1,000 on this PC. And yeah, it came with like a free digital camera. And it wasn't a very good digital camera. I can't remember what the megapixels was on it or something like that. Again, if I could get some pictures or footage or something, I'll show it up on the screen so you can see it. But it was pretty low quality. But the fact that I was taking pictures and I didn't need to have any film for the camera like that, it was a new thing. It was a great thing. So yeah. But I can remember that digital camera, it didn't like, this was before you had like SD cards, memory cards and stuff like that. So it just stored to like an internal kind of memory, and then to get your photos off you had to like USB port it to your PC to get your pictures off and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, that day, like I said, I couldn't have the PC, I couldn't take it home with me there and then. It had to be delivered to me. So yeah, I bought it on debit and I had to wait for it to be delivered. But because I was so excited, I can remember immediately, because we was in Alfreton, I thought, well, I'll pop into Argos and I'll buy some stuff for it. So I think we were called at WH Smith's first, so I could get like a big pack of printing paper and stuff like that. I got photo paper as well, you know, like proper printable photo print. So because I had a digital camera, I thought, and you could only get it off by USB from the internal memory and stuff like that, I thought, well, I could save them on the computer and then I can print them off on my new printer that will come with it onto nice glossy photo paper, like proper photo paper as well. So yeah, WH Smith, got some different papers for the printer and stuff like that. And yeah, we went to Argos and I can remember getting this this really cheap kind of computer desk thing. It was just like an aluminium steel kind of desk thing, and it was on wheels, and so you had a part where your monitor sit, and then you had a part that slid out for your keyboard, and you had like a room here for like your mouse mat and your mouse and stuff like that. And yeah, it did the job. And for as long as I had that PC, that desktop PC anyway, it did the job, and it eventually got relegated to the garage, and yeah, it ended up being like a tool bench for a few years, and then it ended up in a skip and stuff like that. Yeah, so we got some good use out of it. It was only a cheap thing from Argos, like I say, but it did the job. So yeah, my desktop PC back then, like I said, I was still living at home with my parents back then, and it used to be in the living room. So yeah, it used to be on the stand at the far end of the living room, at the back and out of the way. So yeah, I had my own little space and stuff like that. But when it was being delivered, I can remember that my parents was going on holiday, so I had 2 weeks to myself. And I always used to do this thing, like if my mum and dad was going on holiday, that I would book the same days off with them, like the same weeks off, so that I could have the house to myself and just relax and basically bum around at home doing nothing and stuff like that. And I can remember that same week as well, for the first week as well, that the girl I was going out with was also on holiday. She went to Newquay for the week, so I was literally on my own for at least a week. And like I say, I had to wait in one day for this PC to be delivered and all the accessories and stuff with it. And I was totally excited, so I was up and I was ready, waiting on it to come. And do you know, like when you're excited for something and you think, oh, it's not going to come, they're going to phone up and say, oh, it's been delayed, or we've not got everything in yet and stuff like that. I thought that's going to happen, but it didn't. It all came, it all arrived, and basically signed for it. Guy fucked off, and I literally just unboxed it all as quick as literally as quick as could. Just got it out of the box and everything, and set it all up and everything like this. But for the first day, I didn't connect it to the internet because, like I say, it was all new. I didn't have the internet. I didn't even know how to connect to the internet. That's I mean, that's what you got to think of these days. It's like, that just seems stupid now. Like, people don't know how to connect to the internet. But it wasn't like always on. It wasn't Wi-Fi and everything back then, was it? It was all dial-up and stuff. So it was done through your phone line. You had to actually dial up and connect to the internet. Do you know what I mean? So, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to get online, and didn't know how to get like an online account or like that. I didn't know how to do it. So I just spent the first day just messing about with like all the software and, like I say, the digital camera and stuff like that. And so I'm going to go through some of the stuff, like the software and stuff that I got with it. So, and again, I might be able to show you some of the discs, because for the software discs and stuff like that, I can remember buying like this plastic kind of case thing. It was like a translucent blue thing. It was colour coded because, like I said, the PC had kind of like blue inserts on it and stuff like that. Blue panels and stuff on it like that. So I bought this translucent kind of blue like disc holder thing where you like push it in at one end and it springs out, and it's like it files like your computer discs and stuff like that. You've probably had one. Probably a lot of people had these, but yeah. So again, if you look at it on, hopefully there'll be some footage or at least a picture or something so you can see what I'm on about. And hopefully I'll have some pictures of these discs as well. So yeah, some of the things I had was that it came with was Zoo Tycoon. So yeah, great game. I used to play that. I think that was one of the first things that I loaded up, actually installed and loaded up, was Zoo Tycoon. Just like like any tycoon game, build your own zoo, run it and stuff like that. I used to love that game. Music EJ, can you remember that? So it came with two different ones. I think there was like a dance EJ, and I think there was a rave EJ, and somewhere else there might have been another EJ, but yeah. So there was about 3 different EJ discs or something like that. It was basically, was it like Audacity before Audacity? Music generator before music generator. But yeah. Great fun with that, making different kind of music samples and stuff like that. Used to love EJ. Britannica discs, Encyclopedia Britannica and stuff like that. Never used them discs, never loaded them up. Don't really know what Britannica is. Is it that what it is? Just like an encyclopedia and stuff, and basically stuff you don't need no more because of Google and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, Britannica, never used the discs, but I think I've still got them. Word XL, which was, I think, a bit like Adobe or WordPad or something like that. I think you could do spreadsheets and stuff on it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure. Again, I don't think I ever used Word XL. Photo Impact, which was basically just like digital photo software, so you could like manipulate and do stuff like that. I was going to say Photoshop before Photoshop, but it wasn't really anywhere near advanced as Photoshop. It was just very basic stuff. I think it was kind of like software to go with that digital camera and stuff like that. But yeah, I had some fun with that, as you do when you get, like I say, it was all new and exciting. These days you'd look back at it and think, what the fuck is this shit? But yeah, great stuff. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, the second day rolled round and I thought, yeah, I want to the main reason why I bought this PC is to go on the internet with. But I didn't know what I was doing. So like I said, I didn't know how to connect to the internet or anything like that. But then on my desktop, I noticed that there was a little AOL symbol, like icon on the thing, and I thought, AOL. I know what AOL is because I've seen the adverts with Connie. You remember Connie, the AOL girl? She used to come out the computer and she used to have like a dress on that was all like digitised and stuff like that. She used to tell you everything about AOL. Good old Connie, the AOL girl. And my mate as well, whose house I was around back in 1999, he was also hooked up via AOL, so I knew AOL was a provider. So yeah, double clicked on the icon and then it came up and it said something about making an account. Do you want to sign up for AOL? And you put all your details in and stuff like that. And yeah, it came up with like direct debit details. So I thought, yes, I don't have to phone anybody up. I don't have to go anywhere. Like I say, don't have to talk to nobody to get this set up. I can literally just do it on the computer. But obviously you have to, like when you're setting it up, you have to like dial up to for it to accept your details and then give you an account basically. And I was thinking, oh shit. And because you had to do it through your BT, here in the UK anyway, you had to do it for a British Telecom line. It had to be BT. You couldn't do it on any other phone line. I don't know if you can nowadays, because like I say, dial-up's a thing of the past. But yeah, it was always BT line with AOL, which we had, fortunately. So I thought, well, fair enough, we've got a BT line and I can just sign up for AOL. But our phone used to be in the hallway, and like I say, my PC used to be at the back of the living room, so I had to somehow connect my modem all the way back to the phone line. So I ended up getting one of those, going out that day and getting like one of those cheap kind of like extension kind of cord things, you know, with the phone line. So it's got like a phone port on that end and a phone port on the end. So you put that one in the wall and then you put that one into your modem. It's just like a big extension cable. And and like I say, I used to run it all the way from all the way, like down the back of the sofa and up the living room wall and stuff like that, just so I could connect to it. And yeah, you couldn't use the internet and the phone line at the same time. Imagine that. But yeah, I got one of them, like I said, set up my account, and that was it. So yeah, that gave me access to a whole new world, the internet, the interweb, the wide world web, for the first time properly on my own. Not really knowing what to do on it really, and yeah, I can remember using all these, like, can you remember all these different like kind of search engines that you used to get? So you used to get like Ask Jeeves, and can you remember Lycos? So yeah, Lycos was like a search engine that I used to use all the time, and then yeah, obviously Google. I mean, does anybody use any kind of different search engine nowadays than Google? It's weird, isn't it? So yeah, social media, there was not really much of social media back then. There was a few things. So the first social media that I started using was something called Face Party, which was, yeah, Facebook before Facebook, but nowhere near as advanced and stuff. But yeah, again, I've met a few people off Face Party, and Mingleville was another one that came along kind of a few years later, just before MySpace, or maybe it was around the same time as MySpace, and then yeah, Facebook just kind of killed it all off and stuff, didn't it? But yeah, so early stuff. But yeah, what I used to like about AOL, so the first version of AOL that I got, I think when I signed up, it might have been like AOL 6.0 or something like that, or it might have been 7.0. And then they used to send you discs out, didn't they? Free discs. So like if you had an AOL account subscription, every now and again a new disc would drop through your door, wouldn't it? Like a new AOL disc, so you could upgrade to like the latest version and stuff like that. And I think it would. So you had like was it like. So yeah, like 8.0 and 8.1, 8.2 and stuff like that. And then it got to like 9.0, and then I think after that, that's when it became AOL broadband, didn't it? So that's when they started first rolling out broadband, was when it got to 9.0, I think, 9.0, I'm sure it was. But yeah, what I used to like about AOL was it had its own thing. So it had like AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. So yeah, you could just talk to people. It was like basically WhatsApp for your PC. Of course, chat rooms. So it had AOL private rooms and stuff like that, and there was all like categorized. So it was more like hobbyish. So like, well, like I said, chat rooms was a bit shady, and it was more or less just teenagers kind of hook up with each other and stuff like that, meet up and hook up with people. But yeah, with AOL private rooms, you could like set up ones for like hobbyists. So if like, back then I was into like VHS collecting and stuff like that, so you could go on like VHS chat rooms and stuff like that. So it was quite good. Like I said, social media before social media, I guess. AOL Local, which was kind of like the Yellow Pages. It was like an online Yellow Pages run by AOL, so you could find local businesses, jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, quite a good service, but again, something you don't need nowadays. And then there was like AOL Video, so yeah, you could actually upload video, but with a dial-up connection, you'd probably upload it now and see it this time next year. And custom web pages, so yeah, with AOL you had something called AOL Hometown, and you could set up your own custom web pages and stuff like that. So again, if you was like a collector, or if you was something like that, you could like make your own like blogs and stuff like that and put it on your own web page and stuff like that. So yeah, you got all this free. It was kind of like part of the AOL service. Yeah. Oh, and you know, a little bit of useless information that I found out a lot long back as well. But do you know when you used to sign on to AOL, and it used to say welcome and goodbye and you've got mail and stuff like that? Well, in America it's a male voice, but here in the UK it was a female voice. On AOL UK it was a female voice, and that voice was by Connie off the adverts, and that's why they switched it in the UK, because Connie, the AOL girl, was like the face of AOL here in the UK. They put her voice samples onto the AOL startup and stuff like that. So yeah, a little bit of trivia for you there. So yeah, some of the early websites that I used to go on frequently was was like eBaum's World and Newgrounds.com, stuff like that. So on Newgrounds and eBaum's World, it's where you used to get like your viral. So like basically, it was before YouTube was about and stuff like that. So for your viral videos and stuff like that, and yeah, you used to get it on Newgrounds. Like all the viral videos and stuff used to be up there. Or eBaum's World was basically the same, and you could play like flash games and stuff on there. And yeah, there was really good sites to go on. Like I said, I don't know if any of them are around now. Like I say, eBaum's World, Newgrounds, StickDef.com, remember that? Was basically like little stop animated kind of cartoons with stick men that used to like kill each other and stuff like that. Friends Reunited, back when you needed to subscribe to it and stuff like that, you could only do certain things on it, and then obviously Facebook took over and then they went free because they couldn't compete. Does anybody use Friends Reunited anymore? And no more anymore, should I say? I doubt it. I can remember one of the other things that I got was I got my very first MP3 player, and it was a really cheap kind of thing. Again, it was colour coded to the PC, but I didn't get it with the PC, so I don't know, that was just a coincidence that it came like that. And it was called a Muvo or something like that. Again, if I got some footage of it, I'll put it up. It was only like 128 megabytes or something like that, so you could just fit probably an album of songs on it. It was so weird. And of course, I could forget to mention, music, never paid for music back then. It was always Kazaa. Can you remember with Kazaa? Dodgy downloads. Sometimes you download a song, you'd either got half of a song or your song would be corrupt. You just get like this really strange, horrible sound that if you was wearing headphones would deafen you, and sometimes you would get stuff that you didn't want. Yeah, you download one song and it'd be a different song or something like that. Yeah, you could download all other stuff like that. You could download videos, say like porn, you know what I mean? You could download porn. You know, it's the internet, but yeah, I imagine it would have took you for fucking ever to download it off Kazaa. Jesus, I can remember songs used to take ages on dial-up. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I used to spend a lot of my time doing, was searching for songs, downloading them, and then adding them to my MP3 or burning CDs, because that PC had a CD burner installed into it. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool. That was a new thing back then as well, weren't it? So. Yeah, but Kazaa, then obviously, what was the other one that came right after that? LimeWire or something like that. Yeah, it was all dodgy. In fact, I got a computer virus, I think, and I'm sure I probably got it through LimeWire, and it basically fried my modem, and I had to buy a new modem, a new sound card, and a new graphics card and stuff like that. But luckily enough, they was having like a computer fair at this place called Harvey Haddam Stadium. Again, if you're not from Nottingham, you won't know it, but it was like a big sports centre, and like every year, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have like a computer fair on, and I went there and I managed to get a really cheap modem, a sound card, graphic card and stuff like that. And I basically installed it all on my own as well. Again, didn't know what I was doing. That was just guesswork. It was pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. I just plug in, plug out, like plug one out, plug one in kind of thing. And yeah, and I managed to get it back working again. So yeah, I managed to fix my own computer when it had a virus on it. And after that, I installed like some antivirus on it called Black Ice or something like that. It was really good. It used to block everything. It was apparently the same antivirus software that the FBI use. Or used back then anyway. So yeah, that was that for you. Yeah, because I bought a new sound card and graphics card and stuff like that, it allowed me to play better games on it and stuff like that. So I remember one of the games that didn't used to run on my PC before then was Sims 2. And then when my phone just went off. But then when I upgraded or put them in just to fix my computer really, I could run it. So yeah, that was one plus, I guess, if you like Sims 2. But yeah, I used to play as well, like Monopoly Tycoon, Mall Tycoon, SimCity. Used to love those kind of games. And Unreal Tournament was the first game I ever played online. So yeah, first online gaming experience was Unreal Tournament on a dial-up connection as well. Or was it my first broadband connection I had then? Might have just had my first broadband by then. But yeah, it was just basically just fast enough to play Unreal Tournament on it. But now and again, you'd still disconnect and like get major slowdown and stuff like that. Yeah, I've just put a note down saying 2006 was when I got rid of that. And I got my first laptop, and I got rid of AOL and I switched to NTL broadband. So yeah, cause that's right, because when I was on AOL, the broadband was ridiculously priced. I don't know, does anybody still have AOL nowadays? Do they have like, I don't know, like I say, maybe you guys in America it's still popular for you, but does anybody here in the UK still have AOL? I imagine a lot of people switched over to like Sky and BT and stuff like that, and like I say, Virgin Media, but back then Virgin Media was NTL. So yeah, I went to NTL, and yeah, to get broadband, cheaper broadband, basically the same price that I was paying for dial-up, I could get broadband for, so it was like a no-brainer and stuff like that. And yeah, so like I say, yeah, just I've got a little note here just saying 2006 first laptop, NTL broadband. Then it says sold monitor and keyboard to my sister's old boyfriend. So yeah, he had my monitor and my keyboard off me, but I've still got the PC tower still up there in the loft. Again, if there's footage of it, I'll put it up. And yeah. Then in 2006, like I say, the MySpace craze, and then Facebook, YouTube, and then the rest is history and stuff like that, innit? So yeah, there you go, guys. Sorry if this video has gone on. I think this might be my longest memories video yet, but yeah, there you go. That was just my little memories video of the early internet and how brand new and exciting it was of a time back then to get your own PC and hook yourself up to this hook yourself up to the world basically. And nowadays it's just there, it's just on your phone, it's on your TV, it's on your laptop. So do you know what I mean? It's everywhere you go. Yeah. So if you've been born into the world of the internet, and you are lucky bastards, you don't realise how lucky you are really. But yeah, let me know your history. Let me know if you had any of this stuff that I've shown you on screen, hopefully, or any of the things I've talked about. Let me know when did you get your first PC, and when did you first have internet in your home? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in another memories video. And like I say, thanks very much if you've watched this all to the end, because I know it's going to be a long ass video. So thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.